Okay, so for this episode, I'd like to make a point that aside from being late, like extremely late to post this, I like to talk about mainly the second half because that's where a lot of the stuff comes into question because now we're messing with stuff from Dragon Ball Z, like the Patara stuff that Super did, but that's besides the point. The thing I will go over for sure is Goku versus Tamagami 3, and let's go over how base Goku with his power pole is pretty strong. He's putting up a fight, but as I suspected, the second he went Super Saiyan, you can kind of tell that the fight was going to go more in his favor. However, it definitely was pretty cool just to see the action. I think the action for this episode is probably the highest out of every episode so far, and that's not a bad thing. I think a lot of the story is more of the adventure side of things, and the fighting is more secondary, but when it is the main focus, it will be given the time it needs for, the action to look amazing. And this did not fail to look amazing. It was amazing. But outside of that, I think something about the Tamagami 3 being beaten by Goku and then having to tell him, wait, before I give you the Dragon Ball, our final battle must commence. And that being essentially find the Dragon Ball in the cups. And I can't help but find that funny because this is one of the rare times you see Goku's intelligence being shown in display because, he's going super fast. He's moving like all crazy. And then Goku's like, it's not there. It's right behind me. And it's like, oh, shoot, the guy behind him has the Dragon Ball. It's like, what? How'd you know? It's like, I saw you throw it. It just kind of shows that you can't really try. Like, this Goku makes me think, he's goofy, but he's not stupid. Dragon Ball Super, unfortunately, kind of made him, when it's fighting, I guess he's not stupid, but, it's still pretty dumbed down from the Goku we all know in Dragon Ball Z. So that's the point I wanted to make before going into the big reveal we got. Because Goma and Shin's brother, for some reason, are going back to the whole Buu saga, rewatching it, I guess because they love the fights, or were thinking about something to go back to. I'm kind of curious what make them want to go back to that. I guess they're bored. But they found something interesting that, kind of does change the game a bit. Well, one part of the piece. The other part I'll get to. But first, Arinsu, for some reason, was taken part of the Buu saga, collecting samples of Buu. And that is questionable because that brings into play as they're asking, when did she knew about Buu? And they obviously assume that, well, Deborah must have told her. But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is that apparently this character right here that I'm showing is the real creator of Buu, which I had assumed, and I think everyone in the Dragon Ball community were under the impression that Bibidi had been the one to create Buu. And the fact that we have some outsider character in the demon realm to be the real one to be responsible of Buu is a little concerning, because that kind of is annoying of having this character suddenly be relevant because they are the ones who created Majin Buu. And honestly, if you really wanted this character to do what they're doing right now, which is creating a new Buu to cause havoc, because as I suspected, this mad scientist wants to be the new demon king of the demon realm, or ruler, and she can't really fight Goma because he's pretty strong despite how he looks, so she's going with the Buu approach. If you really wanted that, you could just have this character also knows how to create a Majin that it's super rare, not outright put it that Bibidi wasn't the one that created it. I don't know what to feel about this. I am not happy about it. That's all I know. But that being said, the end of the episode reveals what I kind of suspected. Mad Scientist, she's the main villain. She's the one that's going to try to do everything. And even if this little Buu experiment fails, or this Majin experiment, the Dragon Balls is a backup plan. And having her assistant Glorio take Goku to fighting the Tamagamis and get the Dragon Balls is plan B, which is pretty smart. And yeah, before I forget, Glorio did mention that they need to go into hiding because the fact that Goku, well, the description of Goku, a spiky-haired boy, was able to get one of the Dragon Balls is going to spread like crazy. And I can guarantee you everyone's going to come after Goku to get him to get the Dragon Balls. Not just a mad scientist. But honestly, I think I'd give it an 8 out of 10. The fighting really was a lot of the highlight for sure, but this new information slightly dumbs it down a bit because, I don't know, it's interesting, don't get me wrong, but I did not like the fact that, ooh, this is the real creator of Majin Buu.